Well, in recent times, YouTube's introduced a little emoji reaction functionality in live streams. You might see it something like this in the bottom right-hand corner of the live chat. And some users have expressed their dislike for it because it sort of sits there and gets in the way, which we'll talk about in just a second. But you might want to turn it off as a streamer to make it a little bit more usable for your viewers. And if you want to do that, let's jump in and show you how to do that. So if you've created your stream in advance, scheduled it, you can go to your live stream dashboard. As you can see here, you might have scheduled on a third-party streaming software like Ecamm or StreamYard or something like that, and that doesn't allow you to access all the settings for the particular live stream, just the main important things like thumbnails and titles and descriptions and statuses and time to schedule this stream and all sorts of things. But if you jump into your live stream dashboard on desktop, it'll look something like this. You can see that we've got a pretend live stream scheduled here in upcoming. Now, if you click into that, you'll get into the main live stream dashboard for the stream. Then all you need to do is click on edit. This is something that you might see similar if you scheduled the live stream on the actual live stream dashboard directly on YouTube. You might see something similar to this. But if you go to the second tab called customization, if you look here, you can see we've got live chat, participant modes, and then there's something called live reactions where the box is checked. Now this is checked by default, so it's on by default. So all you have to do if you don't want it on is to come along and uncheck live reactions and then click save, and then you're done. And you could even see, if you were observant, in my little chat window that was here for the stream, there was that emoji reaction logo there, and as soon as I saved my settings, it disappeared. Now you might be asking me, why do you want to turn it off? Well, I found out in a recent live stream on my channel that people, or at least in my community, preferred it off. This is some of the things that they said. Let's have a look. This is good. This is a good question. I see the heart in the chat gone. I deliberately turned it off just for this stream as a test, because the creator, when they're streaming, it's one of the options when you set up your stream is you can have, it's called emoji. I think it's just called reactions or emoji reactions. And so there's a checkbox. It's on by default, but I checked it off because I know some people find that it sits right over the bottom comment in the chat window. Yes, you can turn those reactions on and off. Yeah, that's why I thought I'd test it with it off, because that's what people are used to. Let people have a breather from that, because most streams will have it because it's on by default. Yeah, the heart was in the way, definitely. Yeah, I think they could place it better. Like, I've seen it on some other platforms. Maybe you could just put it in the corner of the actual viewing screen or something like that. And most people are tapping on devices. Like I would tend to tap on it a little bit more on devices, but yeah, on desktop it's a little bit more interesting. Oh, see, Sparky's hardcore. If the heart is there, I'll normally leave that live stream. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, if it doesn't overlay in the right way, it can be a problem. And as Chantel mentioned, it can be in the way for moderators, especially if you want to moderate that chat message is right at the bottom as soon as it's come in, and that heart's in the way. I can't click on the three dots to do the thing that I need to do, or hover over it correctly to, moderate that particular message. So I understand that. So you can see, for at least my community, there was some support for turning it off. So I turned it off that week. I've left it off ever since, and my viewers seem to be happy with that. But you should find out from your viewers, have a discussion with them, maybe do a poll or something and say, hey, do you like this emoji reaction thing in the bottom of the chat, or does it get in the way? Maybe YouTube could maybe move it to a little bit of a better place where it doesn't sort of sit over top of the chat messages coming in. That is the main complaint that I've heard about this feature. So that's how you turn it off. Now there's some other features in the back end of the live streams which you may or may not want to use. And they are the ones at the bottom here, redirect and trailer. Now I've done some videos on these before, so if you want to check those out, you can check the video on the screen right now. We'll take you to a playlist that has both of those in for you. And in the meantime, this is Doug, and I'll catch you later.
Subscribe to Doug Hewson YT.